posted a video about how to take neat notes. Some of you asked me to record a video about my handwriting, and well, your wish is my command. This video will be divided into 3 blocks: general advice, practical tips, and my simple handwriting. So let's get started. The first step to improving your handwriting is selecting the right pen. I know this can sound overrated, but trust me, it is not. Each pen plays an important role when you're writing. In my case, I always buy 0.7 tip pens or above this number, and sometimes I can deal with 0.5, perhaps 0.4, but 0.7 or 1.0 are always my way to go. And I know this because I have tried many different types of pens throughout my years in school, letting me know pretty well that if I try to use a 0.38mm tip pen, you won't be able to read what I wrote because of my chicken scratchings. The truth is that we all have different preferences, so explore various pens to find one that feels comfortable and provides good control. In my opinion, a pen with a smooth ink flow can make a huge difference, and that's why I enjoy using gel pens so much. So if you want some pen recommendations, check my description. Not a lot of people mention this, but choosing the right paper plays a big role in this game. Different papers can yield different results, so what I recommend is to experiment with various types, from standard notebook paper to thicker sheets, and find one that complements your pen choice. For example, as I said, I'm a big fan of gel pens, so if you're using a gel pen, look for paper with a weight above 80 or 90, so you won't have any problems with the pen staining the paper. In this video, I tested the same pens on different papers so you can see how they affect the appearance of your notes. As you can see, thinner papers tend to create a larger pen shadow than heavier papers, and they can even smudge your notes depending on the type of material you are using to write on, so be careful. Take a moment to analyze your current handwriting. Identify the aspects you'd like to improve it. It might be consistency, size, or maybe legibility. In this first step, take a look at your handwriting and think about what letters you want to change. And please don't say all of them. Focusing on improving a few letters at a time is a good approach to not getting overwhelmed and getting used to it faster. I picked my notebook from when I was a freshman in high school, and guys, that was not a long time ago, okay, it was 2020. So I can show you that the start isn't easy, but you're totally capable of anything you put your mind to. So to me, a good advice is to start changing your vowels first, and then you can move on to the consonants. I'm telling you guys this because focusing on improving your handwriting style rather than copying someone else's makes this journey just much easier. Now, moving on to block 2, a practical tip that will surely change the way your handwriting looks is making your letters aligned with each other. As you can see in the video, in the first line, the letters weren't aligned properly, which gave a messy look rather than an organized and neat one as if it's in the second line. This happens because the letters, besides being the same size, are aligned with an invisible line below them. Another tip is to pay attention and stick to the same letter format throughout your writing, trying to keep the letters always the same size. Of course, you must differentiate between upper and lowercase letters, but always keep them in a standard size according to the usual size of your letter. One thing I need to talk about is the space between words and letters. This aspect is often overlooked, yet it's essential for legibility and overall aesthetics. When words and letters are too close, it can be challenging to distinguish where one word ends and the next begins. On the other hand, if there's too much space, it can make your writing appear disjointed. The goal here is to try to strike a balance between the spaces. As you practice, please pay close attention to the spaces between words. Always try to maintain a consistent distance between them, and you can do that by imagining an invisible letter between the words. Don't worry too much about that because over time this will become second nature and your handwriting will appear more professional and legible, so just keep practicing. Now let's tackle the issue of tangled letters. It's a very common challenge, especially when you're in a rush, and it's a thing that I struggled a lot in the past. But if you do not know what tangled letters are, they basically occur when one letter collides or overlaps with another. And this can make your writing look confusing and very challenging to read sometimes. So to maintain legibility, it's very important to ensure that each letter stands on its own. And Bia, how can I do that? Well, if you're struggling with tangled letters, I recommend just slowing down your writing pace. And I know that it can be tough because sometimes you're in your math class and your teacher is speaking very fast. So you can try to practice that at home. Just take your time to form each letter correctly and leave an adequate space between them. Finally, we are on block 3, and now let's take a closer look at an essential tool for improving your handwriting. Your very own alphabet! Yes, your alphabet serves as the foundation for your writing style. And for this, I will show you my alphabet as an example. While it may not be a work of calligraphic art, it's a product of practice and personalization that I took some time to reach this point. And one tip that I gave you guys is that when working on your alphabet, always consider the size and shape of each letter, the connections between them, and the spacing. So think about the details that make your handwriting uniquely yours. Plus, experiment with different styles and do not hesitate to borrow elements from fonts or other handwriting samples that inspire you. So if you want to have my alphabet, here it is. I'm giving you guys a step-by-step of how I write each letter. And remember that the goal is always to make your alphabet feel comfortable and enjoyable to write while also being easily legible to others. Practice makes perfect, and one of the most effective ways to refine your handwriting is by using dedicated handwriting improvement worksheets. So I'm very excited to introduce you to my most recent digital product. I wanted to create something that was useful for you guys and at a very good price because, you know, living as a Gen Z in this economy is hard to say the least, right? So these worksheets, they provide very structured exercises to help you work on letter formation, word spacing, and all the essential elements that we have covered today. It's an incredible opportunity to put what we've discussed today into practice. So if you're ready to take your handwriting to the next level, don't miss out on this opportunity. Click the link in the description to purchase it and start improving your handwriting with me today. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and also don't forget to check the links in the description. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next video. Bye! Since you're still here, you should watch these videos.